All right, let's see if we can get past this jacuzzi here and see what's on the inside of this trellis. Nice thing about this trellis is it does shade this side of my house all summer, which is really nice. Whoops, I think I've missed a jacuzzi this past week. Oh, okay, that one's it's like starting to turn white, so I'm thinking it's probably going to be a little tough and seedy to eat. So we'll leave that one to make seed. But there's one right there that'll be a nice size to eat. And you can see all our little honey nut squash are starting to turn tan. And what I'm waiting for on them is I'm waiting for that stem to start turning brown. And then I will cut them and cure them. Wow, there's quite a few of them in here. Awesome. I found this honey nut that was on the ground. It looks like something probably chewed on its stem. Probably a stinking squirrel. So it's not ripe or anything yet, so I'll probably just feed it to the chickens. There's some nice bunch of green ones. Let's see, kind of a white lavender one over there. And the plants are so pretty with their little purple flowers on them. Okay, we're gonna brave the pumpkin jungle and hunt for zucchinis. Oh my goodness, y'all are just running over everything. These are sunchokes or Jerusalem artichokes, and the pumpkin's running over them. The pumpkins also are climbing up the mulberry tree on the other side and on this side now. I am being careful and looking for snakes. I don't think there was any zucchini over on this side. Oh, this is a zucchini plant, but I don't see anything in there. There's a pumpkin. Someplace in here there was an okra. There it is. But I think it just gets too much shade right here under the mulberry. Oh, the pomegranates are starting to turn. Yeah, I might need to prop them up so they're not dragging in the dirt. Less risk of rots and bugs that way. See if I can push my way in here. Between the pomegranate and the mulberry. I think we better get out and prune some trees this fall. Okay. I don't see any zucchinis on that one. I don't see any on this one. I know they did get really wilted the other day because I missed some watering. So it doesn't surprise me that there's no fruit set. Oh, but there's 2 figs on this little baby fig tree. Oh, and that one's soft. All right. And you're still a little hard. I don't see any more. This is a very small tree. It's not even up to my shoulders yet. Yeah, that one's still a little bit green. So I don't remember off the top of my head what variety of fig this was, but I want to taste it. Nice and sweet and figgy. And maybe could have gone one more day, but then a bird might have ate it. Freya Cat. Did you come to hunt rattlesnakes with me? I don't really want to find any. But awesome that you're out here. You can stir them up a little bit for me so I can hear them and know where they're at. Okay. Another zucchini. But I don't see any fruit on that one either. Or this one. That's okay. Probably next week if I can remember to keep the water on them. I think this garden needs a little maintenance out here, for sure. This is another little fig tree. Another one I don't remember the name, and I don't know if it still has a tag down in the bottom of it or not. So, this is one of the pumpkin vines where it starts growing. And it goes up that way, and it covers that entire piece of fence. That's about a 10-foot fence panel, and you can see it's gone up and down and around. It's got a couple of pumpkins in there. There's one there. There's one farther up. Those might be white or light orange pumpkins when they get ripe. I planted mixtures, so we'll be surprised. Got that pumpkin up there. That one's really different. It's kind of pinkish with green, so we'll have to see what it turns out to be when the stem gets a little drier and harder. It is going to be a wonky shape because it's sitting on the wall and then it's pushed up against the chain link fence over there. So it's going to look funny when I cut it off. And then there are more pumpkin vines growing out of this compost pile. I did plant them in there on purpose. That compost was really coarse and rough and it wasn't finished. And I thought rather than it just sitting there all summer, sucking up water and not doing anything but finishing, that we would give it a job. So it is growing these huge pumpkin vines that are running like that's probably, the end of that vine's probably 20 feet from where it started. That's garlic chives. It's like regular chives, but it smells and tastes like garlic. And you can tell the difference because the leaves are flat and thin, like leeks and garlic, where regular chives that taste like onions are round, like a green onion. So they're really pretty little flowers. There's usually a lot of little pollinators out here, but it's still kind of cool this morning. I might pick some of these to put in a bouquet. They will be a nice little filler. This garden here, it's mostly tomatoes, but I also have some leeks and I had some beets and other things in here. It's looking pretty sad. I think partly because it doesn't get enough water, and because the soil here is real sandy and gravelly in this area, so it doesn't have as much organic matter as it could use to hold on to the water that it does get. And even though I filled the raised beds with a good amount of compost and stuff, you can see how much that has sunk down and shrunk. So it's just hanging in there. Maybe I can get out here and do a little maintenance this week. The other thing is we did have root knot nematodes in here, and while I planted resistant varieties of tomatoes, resistant does not mean immune, and it is possible that some of these dead plants in here are because they were attacked by nematodes and just got overcome by them. So I'll have to pull those roots out and see if that's the case, but not right this minute. We're harvesting.